I should begin.
All right, so it's being recorded. We have 5 participants. So let's
Wait a
have
minute or two.
everybody join. Before we get started, we're gonna give them a couple of minutes. Joe,
Okay.
Heidi, is that okay?
That sounds great.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm. People are starting to log on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just another minute, we'll give it, and then we'll begin.
We get started, Heidi?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll get started. Bonjour, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. We really appreciate you taking time out of your day to come on here so that we can talk to you about Hotel Royal in beautiful Evian, France. I have been fortunate enough to not only once, but twice visit this amazing property. It is a wonderful option for any of you to offer to your clients staying in Paris. It is easy ride on the train to get to Geneva, and then a lovely, beautiful, scenic car ride from Geneva to Evian, France, which takes about 45 minutes to an hour to get to. What has impressed me the most about this property is not only the incredible backdrop, because it is absolutely magnificent and breathtaking at every turn. But the amazing staff, the incredible food, and all of the wonderful activities that your clients can enjoy, not only as families, but as couples. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Thierry Delmagro. He's the Director of Sales and Marketing for Evian Resort. He's going to tell you more about the property. But if during the presentation you have questions or have, specific things that you're interested in learning about, please type them in the chat so that we can answer those questions for you. Thierry?
Thank you, Heidi. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this presentation. I'm going to share my screen so we can get started and get you all introduced and updated about our beautiful resort. Welcome to Hotel Royal. Welcome to Evian on the French shores of Lake Geneva, the South Shores. And let me show you where we're located. We're located, as Heidi mentioned, just an hour drive from Geneva Airport. That would be the closest airport to us, although it's in Switzerland. But as you can see on this map, and even better on that one, Evian is in a little corner of France, surrounded by Switzerland. So at the northern tip of the French Alps, and on the south shores of Lake Geneva, again, an easy 45 minutes from the center of Geneva, an hour from Geneva International Airport. If I come back to the other map, we're a couple of hours from Lyon. So Lyon is very easy to combine with as well. Couple of hours from Burgundy, the Dijon area. People like to combine in the French Alps with destinations like Annecy, Chamonix, and for example, Megève, all of which are within an hour pretty much from us. But we're also very easy to combine with Switzerland, obviously, because since we're surrounded by Switzerland, Lausanne is just across the lake, half an hour from us on the boat. Bern is an hour and a half, an hour 15, I would say, 2.5 hours from Basel, 3 hours from Zurich. Also very close to the Swiss Alps, mountain villages and resorts. We're an hour from Crans-Montana, a couple of hours. Well, an hour from Gstaad, an hour and a half from Zermatt. So it's very easy to combine with a French tour or a Swiss tour, or both of them. And as you can see on the map as well with Italy, we're only a couple of hours from Turin and a little further from Milan. So this is where we're located, at the foot of the French Alps on the shores of Lake Geneva, in a beautiful resort. The Hotel Royal is our flagship. This is how you arrive to us. As I forgot to mention that, as Heidi mentioned it, we are 3 hours on the high-speed train from Paris. So the high-speed train is a great way to travel if you come from Paris. So that's also an option if you combine with. It's a little off the beaten track yet. People come to us for four main reasons. The number one reason is nature. We're located in the home of Evian water. Obviously, we belong to the water company, the same company with Evian water, and we're surrounded by this incredibly well-preserved nature, winter and summer. So we're open throughout the year. Our peak season is summer, but we also have another high season over festive and the winter when there's snow on these mountains. It's also a fantastic destination for families. The level of service we offer to kids, to families, is second to none in France for luxury resorts of this caliber. As an example, we don't have a kids club. We have 3 different kids clubs by age. So it really is a super kids-friendly, children-friendly destination in itself. You might be surrounded by Switzerland in Evian, as you saw on the map, but we're very French and very proud of it. So if you decide to stay on this side of Lake Geneva, the French side, you'll enjoy a true, authentic French art de vivre with amazing food, some of the best French wines, but also lots of elegant design, pieces of art everywhere. So you pick your side. You have 2 countries in one, but yet if you stay with us, you'll enjoy this very sophisticated lifestyle. Evian Resort, Hotel Royal is part of Evian Resort. Evian Resort is one of the largest and most complete resorts in France, and one of the largest also in Europe. As you can see on this bird view pictures, you can see our 2 main properties, the Hotel Royal, our flagship, the 5-star. Just on top of it is the Hotel Hermitage, our sister property, 4-star deluxe, in a private 50-acre landscape. But just to name a few of what we've got 2 golf courses, one hosts a major LPGA. You have these 2 main hotels, 2 spas, 10 dining options. We have a department with in-house guides and instructors that organize up to 50 plus activities, winter and summer, that are escorted. A thermal center, a casino, a classic concert hall where we organize world-class classical music festivals, a tennis, or I should say a racket sports center, because we have there tennis, paddle tennis, and we from next week we'll have pickleball, badminton. So this is also one of the assets of the resorts. And yeah, this here is a map of the resort. So as you can see, the biggest part is this park at the center of the map, which is on the top of a hill above the thermal town of Evian, which has been known for its water for several centuries now. And so on top of this hill, you have a 50-acre private landscape park with the Hotel Royal that you can see, our largest and most luxurious product, 150 rooms, 5-star luxury. It's actually a member of Palace de France. For those who may not know this, this is the highest ranking in France. There are only 31 Palace de France that are, the top of French luxury hospitality. So we're very proud of that. You can see the Hotel Hermitage in the top of the park. 80 rooms, 4-star luxury, 4-star lux, 4-star deluxe, I should say. It's got its own spa, 2 pools. So it's a great, I would say, cross-sell. Fantastic value for those who are looking for a value proposition around Lake Geneva. Probably the best value for money around Lake Geneva, because you pay 4-star rates, but then you can access all of the facilities and the perks of being in the resort. If you take a tour across the park, at the bottom of the park, you can see the chef kitchen gardens, several gardens, the rose gardens. At the bottom left, a little above it are the kids' resorts and the tennis courts. So the kids' resort is where we have our kids club. It's a 5-minute walk from the Hotel Royal and a 10-minute walk from across the park from the Hotel Hermitage. If you look at the top right-hand corner, you'll see La Grange au Lac and La Source Vive. These are our 2 concert halls where we organize world-class classical music festivals and concerts throughout the year. As you may see, the funicular, which is like a train, like it's a funicular that takes our guests up and down from the resort to the center of the town on the shores of the lake. So on a complimentary basis, it's a fun, nice way to come up and come down, dating back from 1920s, but still operating throughout the spring, the summer, and the beginning of the fall. Down on the shores of the lake are our casino. It also belongs to the resorts. And also you can see at the bottom left, the thermal center. And then if you see at the top right-hand corner are the 2 golf courses. They're a bit remote. They're about 1 mile from the main park. So we have an 18-hole course and a golf academy there. All those sites that you cannot walk to are served by complimentary shuttles throughout the day, evening, and even night with the casino until 2 a.m. So this is the resort in a nutshell. But now let's go to the Hotel Royal. So the Hotel Royal was built in 1909. It was built for the King of England, Edward VII. That's why it's called Hotel Royal. Evian was a very fashionable destination back then. People would come from, like crowned heads of states would come down to the spa town of Evian to take the water. And so the locals invested, to have one of the best hotels in the world back then. And so they came up with this idea to have one of the best palace hotels around Lake Geneva. So the Hotel Royal was born, and it's a mix of Art Deco and Art Nouveau. We closed it in 2015 for full refurb. It was closed for a year and a half. And so it was renovated, beautifully done renovations that really respect the original flavor, the original taste of it, which is again a mix of Art Nouveau and Art Deco. So 2 very French art movements. It's more Art Deco, Art Nouveau in the ground floor with beautiful frescoes, and Art Deco in the room floors and accommodation floors. 60% are lake views, 40% are park views, and it's that fine blend of old and new, which is really nicely done. This is the best-selling category. It's called residence, almost 500 square feet, so good size of rooms, for a historic hotel for European standards. Rooms are very spacious. You have to think that this is not a hotel people tend to stay for a night or a couple of nights. It's a holiday place. It's a resort. It's a classic resort, and so there's a lot of space, lots of storage, and it's got a very strong family orientation. This is a good example. The family room. It's not a massive room, but it's almost it's a suite actually because it's got a separate living room, and the sofa turns into bunk beds. I don't know if you can see on the right. It's very cute. And this is something, it's quite unique. I have never seen this anywhere else. And we've got this in these bunk beds in this category, but also in most of our juniors, in most of our suites and some of our junior suites as well. Junior suite Rotonde, one of my favorite categories as well. Beautiful. 90% of our rooms are interconnecting, so we have really endless combinations possible if you have families or multi-gen or bigger parties. Belle Epoque Suite, also a very, very nice category, which has got this more traditional woodwork and always, magnificent views to the lake. It almost feels sometimes like a cruise ship. These views are mesmerizing. This is one of our two top suites, the suite Edward VII's, more than 2,000 square feet, and the Royal Suite is our top suite. These are two-bedroom suites with spectacular views to the lake, the Swiss Alps, and the French Alps. In the ground floor, you'll find three different dining options, actually up to four dining options during the summer season. I love this bar as well. It really is it epitomizes what I'm trying to say when I say a fine blend of all menu. You have this historical decors and then this beautiful lighting. I think it gives a lot of character. So among the dining options, the highlight is our Michelin star restaurant that serves exclusively farm-to-table cuisine. As you can see here, the chef's kitchen garden. So this is a beautiful 32,000 square feet garden that is open to the guests. They can go and explore and see what we're growing there. We grow there 2 tons of vegetable, fruits, and herbs that are exclusively used in our restaurants. So it's fantastically sustainable, development for the food and beverage, but also it gives a lot of flavor to the cuisine of the Michelin star restaurant. And you can walk and stroll there and steal a strawberry, and nobody will ever say anything to you. La Veranda is our all-day dining, also where we serve breakfast in the morning. And we have this beautiful poolside outdoor Mediterranean buffet restaurant open every day during the summer season. The pool with the signature, actually, obviously, Evian, when you think of Evian, you think of wellness. We've been a wellness destination for more than 2 centuries. The water of Evian was discovered in 1789, and it was recognized by the French Academy of Medicine for its wholesome qualities a bit less than a century later, and during the middle of the 19th century. And so with that, we own and manage the thermal center, and we completely renovated and relaunched the Hotel Royal Spa last year as an Evian spa. So for some of you, you may come across other Evian spas in the world because we've franchised it and sold it to other destinations. For example, at the Palace Hotel in Tokyo, you'll find an Evian spa. In some other destination in Asia and the Middle East, but this is the motherboard of Evian Spa. So it's a 17,000 square feet facility, which is the concept is inspired by the miraculous journey of Evian water through the Alps, which takes somewhere between 15 to 30 years for the water to be naturally filtered through underground glacier rocks and sands before it comes out naturally from the original source in the town of Evian. The source literally sits at the bottom of a garden. So most of our clients, visitors go and visit that, and you can drink from the source. It's free. That's what the locals do. They come with racks of bottles. But coming back to our spa, it's an 11 million investment, 11 million euro investment last year, with 15 treatment rooms, and it's about water in all its forms. So we have a snow cave, we have steam room, we have a cold plunge. It's a beautiful facility, of course, with fitness, of course. And of course, as we are a very active resort, you have this hot hydrocontact circuit bath that are available, open for any guest from 7 in the morning till 11 p.m. And so you can enjoy these water massages after a day of golfing, after a day of hiking, or any activity you may choose among our 50 plus activities to enjoy in the mountains, on the lake, or on the wide rivers. Now, this is an important part. The kids part is something quite unique. As you can see, so the kids resort is the world dedicated to the kids in that corner of the park. And there we have a kids resort. We call it's a kids club. We have also a teens club, but something more unique, we have a baby club. We call it Le Baby Resorts. And basically we cater to babies, to infants from the age of 4 months to the age of 3 years. So the kids club and the teens club are complementary. They're included in the room rate when you stay at the Hotel Royal. Actually, if you stay at the Hotel Hermitage, it's the case as well. That's why I was saying it's a fantastic value proposition. But yeah, so it's a drop-off kids club, a great facility. You can leave the kids as much or as little as you want from 9 to 5, and then again from 9 to 5, and again from 7 to 10 p.m. daily. So the parents can go on a date. And again, you just have to pay for a small fee if you want your kids to have lunch and or dinner with the kids club. Now, the baby resorts, again, you will not find this at any other luxury property in France, at least. I'm not sure about the rest of Europe, but in France, it's absolutely, absolutely unique. It comes in limited availability and with a supplement. So it's not complimentary. We have a limited number of 10, sometimes 12, depending on the number of nurses and care employees, baby care employees we have. It's very limited and very restricted anyway. So highly recommend to book in advance. And you can book for the day, you can book for half a day, you can book for a couple of hours, you can book for an hour. There are many possibilities. But yeah, the parents can have some free time for themselves, and this is quite unique. The facility, it's an 11,000 square feet facility. And so it's not only in there, they have a theater, a stage to organize shows. They have different sections for different ages. That's very important. They have also an outdoor playground, as you can see. And they also take the older kids to other places within the park to enjoy the nature, but also to outside activities. So I like to share that story. I have four kids, and before I joined this company 3 years ago, I came with my kids, and I like to have dinner with my kids, but they didn't want to see me anymore. They were having way too much fun, so they said, "Dad, we'll see you later." And I was on my own with my wife, and we had a date. So this is something that happens to a lot of our clients as well. And last but not least, the facility has got its own pool, which is great because the kids they're having a blast there. They're really having a great time, and it's great also for the other types of clients we have in the hotel, because that means that the main hotel pools at the Hotel Royal and at the Hotel Hermitage are never overwhelmed with kids. As a matter of fact, the spa has times of the day that are adults only. I think from noon to 4 p.m., 5 p.m. It's adults only. So there really is space for everyone. Again, it's a massive park of 50 acres. So there's again the kids club, kids resort is located in one corner of the. So there's space for everyone, and it's super kids friendly. But we also have space for adults, couples, groups of friends, you name it. Now, in this corner of the park, this other corner of the park, as you can see under the tree, we have this wooden building that looks like a barn from the outside. It's called La Grange au Lac, the barn at the lake, literally translation in French. And as I mentioned it in my introduction, it's actually a concert hall where we organize world-class classical music festivals. Every summer, we have this festival called Les Rencontres Musicales d'Evian, where we have world-class artists, world-class acts. We had the Berliner, we had Birnbaum, very famous conductors and artists that come and produce themselves there in this beautiful, beautiful concert hall that has one of the best acoustics as well in Europe. Then golf is a big element. I just dropped it in the introduction, but actually golf is really part of our DNA for since the beginning. Actually, the golf course was opened before the Hotel Royal and the Hotel Hermitage were even built. It dates back to 1904. But basically, we've invested incredibly in golfing since '93, and it's a passion for owners. And we've become the master that used to be called the Evian Master has become a major LPGA. So we've invested in feminine golfing, the only one in continental Europe. So you have 5 majors, it's like the Grand Slam in tennis, as you may know. And so that's the only one in Europe, in continental Europe, and the only one that doesn't rotate. Like the British, for example, rotates every year. We own that championship, we own the tournament, so we organize it. And so that's each and every year in the month of July in Evian. So it's called the Amundi Evian Championship. And it makes that the golf course is definitely one of the most renowned in France and one of the most renowned in Europe as well. That's golfers and passionate people want to play. With that, we've had it 8 years ago, a beautiful facility called the Academy with the lake course. The lake course is a cute 6-hole course, as you can see, very dramatic setting overlooking the lake that you can play in an hour and a half. You don't have to invest a whole 4 to 5 hours. Together with a state-of-the-art facility, we had the other day last year we had with Heidi a group of travel advisors who travel with the partners, and it was one of the advisors' husband who said, I've been to Pebble Beach, and your facility is even better. I was really impressed, and he was really impressed by the level of facility we have at the academy. So, and then tennis. Tennis is also a strong element. As you can see, we have several tennis courts. We have 3 tennis courts. And one is covered, as you don't see in this picture, but we have also 2 paddle tennis courts. And very interesting, we are going to be the first luxury resort in France to have pickleball courts. Very proud of that. That was my idea originally. I convinced my CEO to invest. And so we'll have 2 to 3 pickleball courts. Actually, one can be a badminton court. And to integrate that next month, what we do is we organize also tennis. We have former tennis legends, former tennis professionals that come and give tennis lessons and tennis clinics on a regular basis. We do that 3-4 times per year. So we had Michael Chang, we had Martina Hingis, and then in a few weeks from now we'll have Bob Bryan. For those who know tennis, is a tennis Hall of Famer is a gold medalist and a Grand Slam winner in double. He has a twin brothers, and together they won several gold medals for the US. So he's going to be here. He'll give tennis clinics, tennis lessons, but also pickleball lessons and entertainment over the course of 4 days from the 19th of June to the 23rd of June. So just to give you an example of what we organize for tennis tennis amateurs and passionate. Part of the resort experience is also a very special department called we call it sports and culture. It really is a destination experts. This is a department where we have in-house guides and instructors that are destination experts whose role is to organize and to escort your guest adventures. So as you can see, we even have a ski room in the hotel. We have 2 ski domains at 15 minutes drive, and really a world-class ski domain, one of the largest in France and in Europe, called Les Portes du Soleil, at 45 minutes drive. So what we do is in the winter, we organize ski safaris, so a different ski domain every day. But yeah, basically these guys, they're not outsourced, they're employees of the resort, and they're really certified guides and instructors, and they will escort your guests in the mountains or in the air in the summer, on the lake or on the wide rivers in the summer, but also in the winter. And it's not only about skiing, we have snowshoeing, dog sledding. We even have diving in the frozen lake in the mountain in the winter as part of the experience. So we really have a lot. And they also organize cultural exploration. So it's not only about sport and outdoors activities. We do a whole lot of cultural explorations as well. So this is a bird view of Evian. You can see here in Evian, the small town, the thermal architecture, and on the top right hand is the Hotel Royal and the Hotel Hermitage. You can see the distance from the town and from the lake. Yeah, we have cultural tours in Evian. Like this is the Source Cachat, the original source. On the bottom left are funicular, those who take the guests up and down to the resorts park. And yeah, Evian, it really is a perfect base to explore this beautiful part of the world, whether it is on the Swiss side or on the French side, because virtually anything can be reached within an hour on the boat, on the train, or driving. So we have these ferries that depart from Evian every hour, and you can explore. This is on the French side, the medieval village of Ivoire, one of the most beautiful villages in France. On the Swiss side, we have Lausanne, 35 minutes on the boat. The Lavaux Vineyard, it's a UNESCO World Heritage listed vineyards, also on the Swiss side. The top left is Geneva, of course, and the bottom right is the medieval water castle of Chillon, near the town of Montreux. So that's also half an hour to 40 minutes from us. So there's really a lot to do. You can go as far as Gruyere within an hour and 15 minutes. And we also take our guests to as far as Chamonix for the day to see the top of Europe, the Mont Blanc, of course. Coming back to Evian, I had to mention our casino. It's not in the park, as you can see, it's out of the way. It's not in the way, but it's there. And the good news is that it's just been totally renovated after a 25 million renovation. We reopened it last year. It's got all kinds of gambling. It's small, but it's classic, beautifully redone. We have table gaming, classic gaming, blackjack, roulette, the French roulette, very rare type of roulette. We have all, the modern, the machines and stuff. But most importantly, we have 3 more dining options there, 2 bars. And for those who enjoy, it's an easy night out if you stay at either the Hotel Royal or the Hotel Hermitage. And you guests have signing privilege, and we have complimentary shuttles until 2 a.m. So it's really easy to organize as well. So again, it's available. I'm coming to an end of this presentation. I hope it was useful for you, and I'm now happy to answer any questions you may have.
Yes, don't forget to type your questions in the Q&A. We do have one question from Helene. Are meals all inclusive?
No, they're not. We don't offer full board or even half board at the Hotel Royal. We have a half board, I think, available at the Hotel Hermitage. But again, you have signing privilege, so you can choose within 10 dining options. So we have some more economical. We have, for example, Italian restaurant with pizza at the casino. It goes from that Italian restaurant all the way to a Michelin star restaurant. But keep in mind that we are in the Eurozone and it's very competitive. I mean, the value for money of what we offer compared to the other side of the lake is very, very good, you know, and especially on food and beverage. It's this is the value is excellent compared to Switzerland.
Thierry, what do you think the average length of stay would be ideal for
Yeah, our
families and or
average length of
couples?
stay for leisure client is 4 nights. Uh, what we tend to see is that Americans tend to stay for 3 nights. We have many Europeans that stay for 1 week, 2 weeks, you name it, you know. We have some long haul clients that stay for that long, but most American clients don't have that long of a holiday,
Mhm.
unfortunately. So yeah, I would recommend a minimum of 3 nights to really make the most of what we've got. Yeah. But if you want to use us as a base to explore this beautiful part of the world, you know, Lake Geneva region, the French Alps, and so on, yeah, try to make it a 4 night stay. My best recommendation if you do a tour is to keep us towards the end because we're a resort. You know, we're a lakeside resort, but maybe if you do a tour, maybe more cultural, maybe with a hectic pace where your guests, you know, they change every hotel every couple of days and so on. And you want to relax before flying out. And so you want to keep us for the end, maybe with a 4 nights before flying out of Geneva. It works really well with clients. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because it's always nice to, after a busy vacation, to have that relaxing
Yeah.
downtime before you head home.
Yeah.
Do you offer transportation to the airport?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. We offer that. No problem. We have private chauffeur cars. So this comes with a supplement, but it's not, you know, nothing crazy. Then all the transfers from any side of the resort are complimentary. We have a fun, a beautiful, you know, mini VV Volkswagen electric buses that, you know, take the guests anywhere they'd like to at any properties, any establishments of the resort, or also anywhere within the town of Evian. So we can pick you up for free from the train station. We'll take you to the harbor if you want to hop on a ferry, if you want to be on your own, exploring Switzerland, or you know, anywhere, any restaurant, any places within the town of Evian, we take you for free. Yeah.
Okay. Do most guests arrive with their own vehicles or rental cars?
It's half, I would say half. Most of our French guests drive. Most of our Swiss guests drive as well. Most of our internet, I would say half of our international clients, they drive. Driving is very easy. It's quite safe in this part of France. Much easier, much cooler than Paris or the south of France, for example. And then all the motorways in the French Alps or in Switzerland are, you know, very very well maintained. The roads are very well maintained, so it's very easy if you drive. And then if you don't want to drive, we can arrange everything, and then it's very, you know, it's super easy as well because you're very dependable with our free transfers. And then something very important I forgot to mention, you know, that department sports and culture. I highly recommend you to use them. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
we work with any DMCs. We're super happy to work with DMCs, and I can even recommend some fantastic DMCs in Switzerland or in France. But if you don't necessarily like to, you know, you don't need to work with a DMC for that itinerary or for that section of the itinerary. My team at Sports and Culture, they can be the destination experts and they can organize everything for your guests, private. privately organized tours that they will escort themselves. They really, and then we give a commission. We give a small commission, but on any pre-booked activity you book through that department, we give 5% commission. Which is better than nothing, and at least we give you something on any pre-booked excursion or any pre-booked activities. Yeah.
And what's really nice about the center is that it's directly off of the lobby, so it's really easy to access for people staying at the property.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Any other questions out there? Anyone have anything they're thinking about that we can answer for you? So we hope this has been a really good experience in learning about this property. There's so much to learn about it, honestly, because it offers so much. But I just wanted to take a minute to thank you all for joining us. And we appreciate your time. And if you ever have questions or need anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out to me because I've been there twice. I can't wait to go again. And or Theory. And we're happy to get you all the information that you need.
Yeah, thank you all. I'm here based on property, so very happy to support you guys to, take care of your clients, make sure they get pampered. And I thank you so much for being here with us today and look forward to meeting you the next opportunity and maybe hopefully to welcoming you as well. If you have a chance, please reach out to me or to Heidi, obviously.
Absolutely. Thank you, Carol. Carol said we had a very nice presentation. Thank you for joining us. We
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much, everyone. I really appreciate it.
All righty.
Bye. All
Take
right. Bye bye.
care.